In this video, you'll learn what insulin resistance is in less than 5 minutes. So many people think that diabetes is about blood sugar, but really it's about insulin. In fact, fasting insulin has been shown to predict type 2 diabetes at least 10 years before fasting glucose. Insulin resistance is the cause of type 2 diabetes, so if you want to prevent or reverse type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, pay close attention. Insulin is a hormone made in your pancreas. Its primary job is to keep our blood glucose or blood sugar in a normal fasting range of 70 to 100 milligrams per deciliter. Starches and sugars you eat are broken down into glucose in your bloodstream. So if your blood sugar was 80 before the meal and went up to 110 after the meal, your body wants to get it back down to your baseline of 80 as fast as possible. That's where insulin comes in. When insulin binds to its receptor, it acts as a key that unlocks the door for glucose to move from your blood into your cells. The higher your blood sugar rises after a meal, the more insulin will be released to get that back into your cells. Insulin resistance requires two things. The first is high levels of insulin, and the second is time. Things that will raise your blood sugar, and thus insulin levels, include a diet high in sugars and starches, a diet high in refined seed and vegetable oils like canola oil or soybean oil, which is in a lot of processed foods and fast foods, being physically inactive, being chronically stressed, or sleep deprived. The stress and sleep deprivation increase insulin in several ways, but the primary one is through a rise in cortisol, or your stress hormone. When cortisol levels are elevated, it causes an increase in your blood glucose in preparation to fight or flee the stressor. If you're not fighting or fleeing a stressful situation, and it's more mental or emotional stress, insulin must be released to get the glucose back into your cells. Dr. Fung says in his book, The Obesity Code, stress contains neither calories nor carbohydrates, but contributes to obesity. Inflammation can also contribute to insulin resistance and vice versa. If you don't make lifestyle changes to lower insulin and inflammation, over time, the amount of insulin required to keep your blood sugars normal goes up. With the rising level of insulin in your blood, your cells become resistant to its effect. This is similar to how an alcoholic used to get a buzz after 2 drinks, but over time his cells became resistant to the effects of alcohol, and the person needs more and more for the same buzz effect. You may eat the same meal you did 10 years ago, but your body's cells are now less sensitive to the same amount of insulin because they are more resistant to its blood sugar lowering effect. So more insulin is released from your pancreas to keep blood sugars in the normal range. But over time, your pancreas reaches its capacity at how much insulin it can produce. Insulin can no longer keep blood sugar down, and that's when we start to see prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. While it's still not common in medicine to get a fasting insulin test with a standard blood draw, we do have an at-home fasting insulin test through our website at zivli.com/testing. You can also go to walkinlab.com and order a fasting insulin test to be drawn in a local lab. It's also important to recognize that insulin resistance isn't just the cause of diabetes. Insulin resistance can also result in high blood pressure, altered cholesterol, belly fat, high uric acid levels, inflammation, and increased clotting risk, and poor blood vessel health. All of these will increase your risk for dementia and heart disease too. So if you want to get or stay healthy as you age, focus on lowering insulin and inflammation. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel because that's exactly what we help you learn how to do. To get started, download our free Ultimate Food Guide that has 80+ examples of foods that keep insulin and inflammation low. We'll put a link to this guide in the description of this video.